Hello and welcome to Freedom March. I'm Leland Miller. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224, channel 112, and of course ILTV Studios. That's on cable and Flow and Facebook. And wherever you are deciding to listen to us, we want to say thank you so much for joining us here on Freedom March. There are any number of things that is happening in the news today that I would wish to have an aneurysm about, because I like to make sure that I keep a blowtorch on you all when I see you all doing silly things. Dear Commander of the Defense Force, fire them. It is that simple. Fire them all. Because you cannot say that you are trying to repair the nation and then the people who you entrust with that somehow abuses that authority. And so, while we know that you're probably going to have about as long a stint as Commodore Belton did, I'm saying do not let people cut holes in the boat. Simply fire them all. And then let them take you to court. We'll figure it out when we get there. But because I'm in such a wonderful place, I even didn't read that in the newspaper when I saw it. I just fly right by it because I said to myself, there was absolutely no way on God's earth that I could have my pressure raised up while I was on what the people here colloquially refer to as God's good land. And so we've been to and fro. I've been all the way to Orange Creek. At some point I'll show you what that beach looks like. I've been to Arthurstown. We've checked on the development down there at the airport. I've been to Dumfries, Ked Island, which holds a very special place in my heart. All of my friends are from Mingawell, and I want to say a special hello to my friend Butney, the flower cake woman from Dumfries. And then, of course, I was in the bluff under the sugar apple tree, and you must stop to the sugar apple tree. If you do not stop to the sugar apple tree, we're going to cordon off the area, and you shan't be able to pass and go any further. I was in Noses and Gators. And then, of course, they haven't arrived yet, but I passed the famous King Yard property, and I can't wait till the tent city arrives. I know that's going to be here Friday morning. So all of the kings from King Yard, we are waiting for you to get here. Both get on anything that floats. Find your way to Ked Island, because this has been such an experience these couple of days as we go around Ked Island. See what in fact is happening. We want to send a special thank you to the Ministry of Tourism for having sent the march to Ked Island. And so Freedom March is on the move. And who better to take with me than the spiritual advisor Bradley Rule, who, believe it or not, I am adopting after the Hello and welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us through the break. I'm Leland Miller. We are coming to you live from Old Byker Island. We're down at the Rollers property. It is phenomenal. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor, is with me. Bradley Roll, once again, welcome to Freedom March.
Thanks so much, Levon. Good to be here
Now,
indeed.
Now, Bradley, I need you to tell the people. You was with me when we gone to Orange Creek.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yep.
Describe the beach that we stopped to take a picture of.
Breathtaking.
Okay. Then I left from there and I took you down to the airport in Arthurstown. Yes?
Yeah.
How is describe it to the people for us.
It's a beautiful beach. It's beautiful.
No, the airport,
the airport.
The only thing you want to think
Now,
about is beach on
now
the
hold
strip.
on. Now, let me see. The newly constructed airport.
The one at Arthurstown.
So, yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I have some photos, as a matter of fact.
It's coming along pretty
Yeah,
well. Okay,
very well,
fantastic.
very
and then
well.
we passed that
Mm-hmm.
and we went to a place that I told you I hold close to my heart, Dumfries Kid Island.
Dumfries.
Yeah.
We
And
just saw the sign, eh? We didn't.
we passed Dumfries.
Okay.
Right? But it's close to my heart. And besides, Butney the flower cake woman is from Dumfries.
Okay.
All right? And my friends down from Inglewood and them. So, and then we passed the bluff
Yes, we did.
underneath the sugar apple tree,
Mm-hmm.
where last evening they had a little makeshift live band at some point. And we went to Gators and Knowles's, and we saw the picturesque view of the beach on the way up, all the way into Smith's Bay where the dock is. And then we went into New Bight, where we also saw the new airport being built there. And then we went to the regatta site, which we saw yesterday, but then we went south of it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And we came down to a little road that took us to a place called Rollers. Tell me, what did you see when you get there?
Oh, man. The site we're on right now, presently
Indeed.
as we speak,
Indeed.
it is remarkable.
Indeed.
To be honest with you, there are two beaches I've seen so far here in the Bahamas. And I'm trying to make the comparison between the two. I can tell you that one of those beaches is in Rollville, Exuma. And this beach here at Rollers, it is breathtaking. It is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The sand is just so soft, it crushes under your feet
Wow.
as you walk.
Wow.
The water is just crystal clear.
Yeah.
The beach is pure. You can smell, it's like God is relaxing on the beach.
Wow. You
If I could
you
use
say
that term.
God must be out there this goody. My
Yeah.
goodness. Wow.
But it is warm, I
Yeah.
must say. It is.
Yeah.
It's kind of warm.
Yeah.
But the temperature begs you to get
But the
in.
water will soothe your soul if
Yeah.
you got into it. Indeed.
So I'm going to try something at 6 o'clock after the show.
Yeah.
The only thing is I haven't brought the right equipment.
Don't worry.
I need to take these clothes off.
Don't worry. Well,
And I need to get in
all
there.
you have to do is make sure I hide my eye.
Yeah.
Don't do that to my eye.
But
all right?
producer, producer, I sent a video
Uh-huh.
of that beach.
Yeah.
That's just in the back of us. And while I'm here, I think I did send the producer Mark chapter 1 verse number 35.
I was about to ask you if while you were out on that beach, because I know you've been to the mountain, and you got Holy Scripture from the mountain, but there's nothing like when you walk out on the tranquility of the beach that is at the Rollers Resort. I said the spiritual advisor must have gotten some new Holy Scripture from out there.
You know what's interesting? I thought about this a lot. I have a brother in the church who's passed away, Franklin Simmons. He often referenced Mark chapter 1 verse 35, and he talked about how the Bible teaches us that very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus would find a place of solitude
Sure.
to go and pray. And no doubt for him it is a very peaceful, serene, and revere time of his life and morning where he could always reach out to God. And the family islands remind me of that. If you get up very early in the morning, especially if you have a beach scene like what's in the back of us, and your heart and your mind is in tune to reach out to the Maker, you can find that place of serenity where you can pray and reach out to God.
Wow.
And that has touched me just looking at the beach, getting up early in the morning, seeing how peaceful it is here on the island of Cat Island. I'm in love with it, as a matter of fact. This has my heart torn between Exuma and Cat Island.
Well,
But I'll have to rest that though because I don't want anybody getting the wrong idea. But the beaches here at Cat Island is just phenomenal.
yeah. Tell us
Wonderful.
what does the Holy Scripture have to say.
In Mark chapter 1, verse number 35, the Bible says, it's very short verses, matter of fact. Very early in the morning, let me just put on my specs. I'm getting old now. Jesus prayed in a solitary place very early in the morning while it was still dark. He got up, left the house, and went off to a solitary place where he prayed, no doubt, to reach out to his Father for whatever spiritual need he may
Well,
need at the time.
I have to now put something to you.
Mhm.
I put it to you that if Jesus was out there on that beach this morning, you wasn't going to meet him there.
Why? Because, well, like,
Because I've been out on the beach before you, and me and Jesus
Nah,
was to leave, and
you say
was
4:30.
to get left.
I find it very difficult to believe, actually, that you get up that early.
The next
Because
time,
it's still dark at
the next
4:30.
time, you know what I could do to you? I could leave Croton Bush.
Just
in
knock
your-
on the door.
No.
Boom, boom, boom.
I could leave Croton Bush in your door jam, so you could know a
Yeah.
serious man.
But
been
but
there.
5 o'clock in the morning, and I admire you for that. And see, you're a Marine, ex-Marine. You're all kind of like disciplined. Some of y'all. To get up early.
All
in
of
the
us
morning.
except for these said in this little scandal this week.
Yeah,
I want the commander
you have
to cut
the,
their
you have to
heads off.
address that if there's any truth to that. That
Yeah.
has to be no doubt addressed. But yeah, the islands of the Bahamas, especially here in Cat Island,
Yeah,
it's a wake up for me.
yeah.
Because I can see where the real beauty of the Bahamas is on that farm
I
islands.
actually do have one complaint about the beach. And if you had gotten up as early as I had
Mm-hmm.
gotten up, you would have the same complaint. You know, usually you see pictures of a beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see, so there was a little old lady by the name of Geraldine Black, who I loved very much, and she was a wonderful friend to my family. And, you know, she said to me one time, the reason why it's called day clean is because as the sun comes out of the water, it is just a wonderful washing off of the sun. And there could be nothing cleaner, and that is where the term day clean come from. You know that?
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
And because, you know, there are 2 times of the morning. Let me see if you grow up around any serious old people. Do you know the 2 times in the morning?
Is it
It's 4-day and day clean.
okay?
You don't know this?
So 4 day will be like
4 days when I wake up.
at the dawn of things.
No, 4-day is right before. Do you know
Yeah.
that? No.
At dawn.
I'm trying to teach you something.
Okay.
Listen to me. You know that part of the morning where the sun, where the sky begins to turn orange, but there's no sun?
Okay.
That's what you call
Okay.
it. 4-day in the
Okay.
morning.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
That's when I wake up. You woke up at day clean.
Okay.
When you wake up, the sun was already 3/4 the way out the water. That's why I tell you, me and Jesus was good and been gone. You wasn't going to meet no Jesus out there because I scared Jesus with me when I live. And the only one thing, if you watch the sunrise, is the sun in the north where we stayed, we're in the south. The sun in the south where we stay don't really come out of the water. That means the beach have to be kind of in the south. Because if the beach was in the west, in east, sorry, the sun would come out the water. But I have to talk to the Ministry of Tourism. I want them to put it in their budget so they could move the sun over a little bit. And that way, when the sun rise, I want to watch the sun rise out of the water. But as it stands right now, Ministry of Tourism, this sun is off position by about 6 degrees. And I want to see what you all could do about putting that in your budget. So that, because I want to see the sun come out of the water. But it didn't come out of the water. The sun actually came over the hill with the water kind of in a side view. And I want to petition the Ministry of Tourism to put it in their budget to adjust that.
And what they need to do too, while we at it, is we're gonna ask the Ministry of Tourism to send us to Exuma. Because here's my point about this. The Bahamian folks really need to understand and appreciate the beauty of the islands. And I'm encouraging all married couples, rather than taking vacations to Jamaica and Barbados and Belize and vacation
Come
here
to
in the-
Roles.
Yeah, vacation
Yeah.
in the Bahamas where you can see some really nice, pristine, clean beaches, and you can enjoy the tranquility and the privacy of these very nice resorts. In particular,
And the
Roles.
hospitality
Yeah.
was par excellence.
I'm impressed with Roles.
Yeah,
That's
they
not bad.
walked us in, and the royal carpet came out from the door, and literally, it was peace and plenty, I guess you will call it, since you're referring to Exuma.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a metaphoric way. It was no lack of niceness. The people were just nice, and believe it or not, that goes such a long, long way. You get in from however long your trip has been, and and you kind of want to enjoy the beach, sure. You kind of want to enjoy the bed, sure. You want to enjoy the meal, sure. But there's nothing like when you get to where you are finding as your final resting place on a trip, and the people nice, man. That was wonderful. And so I want to commend them. The Rolls, who have this wonderful.
Could be some family of mine. I'm understanding.
Now, I want you all Rolls to stop just trying to adopt people everywhere you all find them.
We all related, basically. Once you get a role, at some point...
You all are no longer slaves. That only counted when you all were slaves. That don't count now.
But, the government of Bahamas, I know they're doing their best to get us to see how important it is to develop the family islands. But for so long now, people have not really understood the importance of the family islands and where the real Bahamas really lie. Now, the economics of it is in New Providence. But when you want to really enjoy
the Bahamas,
you got to go to the family islands. Because that's where all of the...
And you should start with Cat Island. See, the thing I like about Cat Island is big and small all in one. So don't go to Bimini because that's too easy to see, right? And sorry, Biminites, you all know I love you all very much. You all hold a very special place in my heart. Shout out to my friends down there at the Resorts World, right? I love you all. Please be nice to me when I come back. But if you go there, you could really see all of Bimini in one day. But don't go to Eleuthera because that's too much to see. And you got all the hell in the world trying to see Eleuthera. If you go there for 3 days, you actually need to make about 3 to 4 trips to Eleuthera to say you've seen Eleuthera, right? And then if you got Exuma, that ain't enough vacation. Because, unless, of course, I know the ministers. Sorry, Deputy Prime Minister. I mean to say this, but really and truly, all of us is just go to Georgetown anyway. Because Black Point for Black Pointians, Farmers Key for Farmers Keenians. What did the other place name?
Rollville.
Not Rollville, man. Stay with me.
Rollville.
No. What the other place name where the people is scared of can? Where Charlene Johnson them from? You know where I mean. Staniel Key. Staniel Key is for Staniel Keenians.
Yeah, Staniel Key is like a tourist spot,
I'm saying you though, right? All of those are wonderful little things that you could see in one day. You don't need to go back after the first time. Cat Island, on the other hand, is just enough land that really and truly you could come here for 3 days, and each day you could see something new. So you could see low elevation land, you could see high elevation land, you could see beach with some rock, you could see beach with no rock, you could see, you know what I mean? And it's just, you go in the north, the people sound different. You go down south, the people sound a little different than the people from up north. Like, it is almost like three vacations in one. So if you come for the whole weekend, right? Because I understand that Rollers them is do something special. They could tell us a little bit about that on the next side of the show. But you really feel like you flesh out the bang for the buck theory when you come to a place like Cat Island. Yeah?
Indeed.
So the nightlife is rich, but you could also go and listen to Pompey Johnson now, who have that indigenous kind of, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm encouraging people that if you're going to travel to family islands, right, the spiritual advisor, he ain't want to tell you all this on air, but let me tell you, he won't brave add this to the increase in the population policy. Because he said if you bring married people here, all they could do is make
absolutely. This is a good start for a married couple to come
if
and
you
vacation.
and your person are struggling with making a baby, struggle no more.
Yeah.
Struggle no more.
It puts you in the right frame of mind.
Listen, all you go want to do is make baby, right?
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
that's beautiful.
Hey, I hear that. That sounds wonderful. But if you want to practice making a baby, I say, come at least put some practice in until you're ready anyhow. And we'll see how it turns out. So, what else did you get into? What else have you seen down here? Am I beginning to make a believer out of you yet that Cat Island is up and running and on its way?
Well, it's on its way. You know, and like you said, it needs a push, a major push. I was able to take a photo of a government water line protruding out of the ground, which means that there's some...
Let's go slow when you say that now. Let's go slow.
Let's go slow.
You were able to take a picture of what?
Est-ce que vous parlez créole?
Je parle créole.
All right.
Okay. Vous pas connaissez ça? Okay.
Yeah. So I did see that.
I tell you, I've been to the school. I've been here yet.
Okay. So I saw that, and it means that some sort of infrastructure as far as because water seems to be the major issue here in Cat Island.
It was a contentious political issue.
I don't know. I don't know if you want. Well,
It was a
well,
contentious political
well,
issue.
the government should have done more long ago with making sure that Cat Islanders get proper water. Because number one, a lot of farmers telling me that one of the reasons, especially this year, they have not gotten any good crops because they don't have any good water,
But I will tell you this.
and so that's been a problem.
We saw today that there is water and sewage water lines running to the properties.
I saw one
In Cat
yeah,
Island.
Yeah, I saw one.
Well, I ain't think water and sewage going all the way up there to hook up that one house who lived there, King Abdallah. No, that means that the people that want it now have access to it, and that is also being built out just like they said that it would be.
Yeah.
Now, the people of Cat Island also have a very interesting, and I continue to tell you this, you have to know the culture of the place before you begin to criticize the place, because you may very well be criticizing the culture. Because there's never
No,
been a time.
infrastructure has nothing to do with culture.
No, listen,
it's a
of course,
government
everything
obligation.
Has,
It's a
everything
governmental
has something to do with the
obligation.
culture, though, spiritual.
Yeah,
so
but-
listen to what I'm saying to you.
okay.
We're going to the break
Don't
soon.
don't try that in.
We're going to the break soon.
That's being
But what I'm saying to
intellectually
you
dishonest.
is, what I'm
actually.
saying to you is, Cat Islanders already have their own water holding systems, and they
We
use
understand that.
they use internationally rated water and sewage corporation water.
Yeah.
And so, it's too more than one way to skin a cat, and I feel like the Cat Islanders have been skinning this cat all along, my friend, and they have been having such a wonderful time at skinning their cat. And so
But I haven't seen a cat here in Cat Island.
we still have not seen any
Not
cats. We are
one.
looking.
I'm trying to figure what's going on here.
We are looking for the
On
spiritual
Cat
advice,
Island, I
all
haven't
over
seen
Cat Island
one
looking
cat.
for a cat. Ah, boy. Anyway, I
Wow.
think it's about time we go into the break. We
I've
should
seen
be
some
at the break.
bats, but
But
no
no
cats.
cats. Ah, boy.
What a
Spiritual
time.
advisor. This
What
is
a
a special
time.
call. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us here again on Freedom Watch. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224, channel 112, and ILTV Studios. And wherever you're listening to us, thank you so much for listening. Tell all your friends, come on. We in Cat, what the bishop say? Cat High Land. Tell your friends, come join us here on Freedom March. We're at the Rollers Resort in wonderful Old Bite Cat Island. And you should be here, my friend. Because I don't know what you're doing where you isn't anyhow. That don't make sense. Look at where you are. Sitting in that traffic. What are you doing with your life? Cut that out. Come this way. All we have for you is wonderful rest and relaxation on Cat Island. And they can't run out of rest and relaxation. So if you come here, we'll have something for you. Don't move. I'm leaving Miller. We're going to the break. This is Freedom March, and we'll be right back after this break. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us through the break. I'm Leland Miller. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, on channel 224, on channel 112, and of course on ILTV Studios. But wherever you're listening, thank you so much for listening to us. At some point, I have to show you all a little bit of the beach, all right? Y'all just bear with me. I'm trying to put some beach in the background. I sent the spiritual advisor out there to see if he could tie the beach up and bring the beach to us so that we don't have to go to the beach, right? But everything that happens on an island only happens on the island if there is good, sound, continuous administration and good, sound, continuous communication. And so the government must speak to the society, and the society must speak back to the government, right? And we're so happy that that appears to be happening in Cat Island. And we have with us Ms. Thurston Roll, the Public Relations Officer from the Administrator's Office, who is a Cat Islander. They tell me she's a Thurston. I want to know what she is, the Henry Thurston. You see, I tell you, I've been coming here a little while. I know all the people down here. And so she's going to tell us a little bit about, you know, what's happening over with the Administrator's Office and what we can actually expect as the years continue to roll on in Cat Island, or I guess at least as long as she's there. And so there she is, joining us today on Freedom March, Miss Thurston Roll. Welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming. Now, listen, I am going to need, you say you work for the Administrator Office, right?
Correct.
I can need to put in a little piece of paperwork for one piece of land right in the front of the beach, right here. I just don't need to be big, just like 200 foot by 200 foot. And then, you know, I can need you to sign off on that for me.
I wouldn't be the person to
think
sign
you
up on it,
handle that?
but we do accept them.
So there's a lot of things happening. Of course, the Cat Island Regatta is happening again this year. What is this now, the 69th? Which one is this, the 67th? They had plenty. It's plenty. Yeah. They had plenty of ideas, all right? What are some of the things, just being from the Administrator's Office, what are some of the things that one, you want people to be aware of coming down here this week? Two, that you want people that are down here to be aware of as new people come onto the island? And three, what kind of planning and heavy lifting goes into putting these events on year after year? I know there is the Sailing Club Association, but nothing happens void of the Administrator's Office. Tell us, what is it like having to work that together?
Well, you know, the administrator is like the brand box for the island.
Sure.
So therefore, everything channels through the administrator's office. Mm-hmm. And in preparation for regatta, there are a lot of traffic in and out of the administrator's office,
sure,
with vendors getting vendors permits and license and all of those type of stuff in preparation for the regatta, mm-hmm, in order to be able to sell on the side and all of those type of stuff. So, and also with persons coming into the island this weekend, you know, we are in the process of our roads being, you know, completed and upgraded.
Yeah.
So we would ask persons to, you know, kind of be careful on the streets.
Sure.
And all of that. But we just asking everyone to just come on down to Cat Island, God's good land, and just enjoy themselves this weekend.
Now, Madam Public Relations Officer from the Office of the Island Administrator, I keep telling you all to just stop throwing around these big titles all over the place. What give Cat Islanders, where did Cat Islanders get the audacity from to decide that Cat Island should be God good land? You know how much land God make in the Bahamas?
But this one was special.
Oh boy.
I think he took like extra time.
Oh boy.
When it comes to Cat Island, to be honest with you.
Oh, these Cat Islanders. So tell me, right? So when you go to San Salvador, right? I always tell people, traveling to family islands will show you very interesting things, right? And one of the things I've always found very interesting about a place like San Salvador is one of the only islands in the Bahamas where the middle of the land could drown the people, because all the water around the island in the middle of the island. You know that about San Salvador?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so San Salvador don't need a tsunami. If somebody take a big thumb and push it in the middle of San Salvador, all the people will drown, right?
Yeah.
I think that's quite interesting. Cat Islanders don't think nothing but that. They say water in the middle of the land. That ain't nothing, man. Cat Island is God good land. How? Explain this to me.
Cat Island is unique.
Uh-huh.
It is different.
Yeah.
I never heard that anybody came to Cat Island, mm-hmm, and don't want to come back.
Wow.
And that is the key.
Wow.
It's like you come, sometimes persons don't want to go.
Yeah.
But in order to come back, you must leave.
Spiritual advisor don't want to go, but I'm telling you something. I putting him on that plane where there's his passenger or his freight. He got to go.
Yeah.
We ain't let them stay.
Yeah,
So-
but it's definitely must come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said to them before you had got into the studio with us, I told them, I said, the thing I found so interesting about Kid Island is on one vacation you can have about 4 experiences, right? Because you can come and live in a Kid Island house, and that is an entirely different experience. You can come and you can live at one of the, one of the foreign resorts, and that is an experience.
Yeah.
But then you can come to like the Fountain Bays, you can come to the Rolez's, you can come to now, well, Curly's. And that is an entirely different experience. Similar,
Yes.
but different, right? The food is different, and the ambiance is different, and the texture is just different. And the one thing I think I like most about Kid Island is it is reasonably within decent price range. Like I've been to other places, and beloved, I tell you that unless you hit the Powerball, you don't want to play with that all the time, right? But I've never experienced that in Kid Island. Kid Island has always had a general level of reasonable pricing, which I think is the one token. If I could compare Family Island travel, I think that is the one token that Kid Island has above all of the other islands. Whether Kid Island is saying that is a good thing or not, I don't know. But I do know that when I think about pushing my dollar to the last mile, I know that it goes a little further in Kid Island.
And I think what happens with that is Kid Islanders want to have the comebacks.
Sure,
So therefore, in order to have the comebacks, you have to have good prices.
sure.
And even with the food,
Oh man, listen.
you can't just have Kid Island food once.
Now I can tell you something. All of my producers them from Exuma. Too bad. I can walk from here. You can't go to all these Family Island looking for no good food. Sometime when you go to places, you just don't find good food. Because these Family Island people all think they can cook. But all these Family Island people can't cook. Some of them can't cook. But that is not the case in Kid Island.
No, sir.
Whether you go by Paula Roma them, the food good. If you go by Tingham them, the food good. If you, no matter where you go, if you go by Triple D's, the food good. If you go anywhere, if you go by the hotspot, the food is just always good on Kid Island.
Yes, it is.
And that isn't you can't go every Family Island and assume that is what you will find. I'm telling you, I've been. Let's count the islands that I've been to. I've been to Inagua. I've been to Andros, North and South. I've been to, and only South Andros women could cook. Not all Andros women. Just South Andros. Them others said be working on them, right? I've been to Grand Bahama. I've been to Grand Bahama, and then I've been to Freeport, right? Grand Bahamians could cook. We working on Freeport people, yeah. They too Americanized. And then I've been to Eleuthera. I've been to Exuma. But nobody could put a pot together like the Kid Islanders. And that's Kid Island man or woman. And that's Kid Island man or woman. I think that is a very, 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 very good feather to have in your tourism product cap.
Yes.
So also, what about ease of access to Kid Island? How is that turning out? Because, there's some Family Islands, you got to book it for a week because if you go there, you're stuck there. But Kid Island has been working on its ease of access over the years, eh?
Yes, well, we must be thankful for Western Air in getting air transportation here. But one thing we would like to see happen as far as the air transportation is for Western Air to put on a morning flight.
What time is the flight here
The
now?
flight is like 1 o'clock in the day.
You want me to ride them out for you?
So a morning flight, it gives the Family Islanders so much more that you can do while you're in Nassau. Because if I can get a flight out of here by 8 o'clock, and I can catch that evening flight back that same day, I don't have to overnight.
So I can ride them out for you?
Please do.
Western Air, man. My God. All these people want is one. Y'all can't do that for these people. These good people, where y'all is in God, good land. You mean to tell me y'all got somewhere other than God, good land y'all trying to go? And Kid Islanders won't go and come. You only think they need one other flight? What to do? Who got too much of flight? I can tell you right now. Someone got too much flight. I can think about it. Take one of the flight from them. Stop going for Lauderdale. We ain't need that one. And come and bring another flight to Kid Island. When we go to Fort Lauderdale, we can go with Tingham now. But when you want, just please, add another flight to Kid Island. So you could have like a 9 o'clock flight. You fly 8 o'clock out of Nassau.
Yeah.
in Cat Island, you leave Cat Island 9 o'clock, bam. We can have to bump that next one to about 3 o'clock, though. It can't be 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
that's fine. That's good.
Okay, and then you could have a 3 o'clock out of Nassau and back from Cat Island at 5. And then y'all could go to Fort Lauderdale and thing, because these nobody getting to Fort Lauderdale. And all this good beach out here. So Western Air, man, don't make me have to ride all out every day. Please, not for my sake, but for Christ's sake. And not in my name, but in Jesus' name. Give these people one other flight. You have to beg for that? I'm gonna see if I could get on the phone with them.
That'll be good.
I don't know their number, but I'm going to just see if I can get on the phone with them. So we've talked about the ease of access to Cat Island. What has the movement been like in and out of Cat Island outside of these regatta periods?
Well, to be honest with you, it seems as though every time a flight comes, it's full.
Right.
Out of the regatta period, out
Really?
of the rake and scrape period.
Yeah.
It's like the traffic into Cat Island has been flowing lately.
Yeah.
And that is a good sign.
What about people that used to say one time ago that, man, I ain't flying my plane into Cat Island, the runway too bad? Because I remember hearing that before.
Well, that has been much improvement there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
the
runway smooth. Listen,
Yes.
I'm so happy you talk about it. That runway would there feel like I-95.
Yes.
I say this must be Miami. When I land on that runway, we was in a 5-seater. People who book my reservations, let me say this to you all. Joyce is a praying woman. That's the only reason I go on in that little plane. Because I don't feel like Jesus could do that to Joyce. Man, y'all don't send no 5-seater for me, okay? All right, I don't want to be able to touch the two end of the plane wing one time. I don't feel like I want to know the captain this personally, right? I mean, I could count the hair on the back of the captain's neck. That's too close for me. Because now I have a panic attack. I could see all the gauge them. And I want to know, well, why that gauge jumping and this gauge ain't jumping? I want all the gauge to be jumping. I want all the gauge to be reading the same thing. Don't tell me nothing about to take a balance and you need a little more of this and a little less of that. I ain't listening to you. This one say left, that one say right. This one say 2,500, that one say 1,800. Could we please get this one? And I don't need to see all of that. Because when I fly on Bahamas Air and they put me in row 19, I don't know what the gauge say. And I don't care. But when you put me in the pilot business, I need the pilot to explain to me why these gauge ain't look like they reading the same thing. Because I want all the gauge in my car is read the same thing. And I want all the gauge in this plane to be. So, man, tourism, please do me a favor. Man, y'all please send a 19-seater for me at least, all right? But we came here on a 5-seater. And one of the things about coming on a 5-seater is, because I only flew on a 5-seater, but maybe 3 times in my life. Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, Norman's Key, and coming here Tuesday, right? I don't like landing in a 5-seater.
Wow.
Flying ain't bad. Once you get me in the air, okay. Oh, but I hate landing in a 5-seater. Man, and this what the captain did name? He land us so like grease.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I could change this wherever I see him. I can call him Grease Lightning. Captain Major, land me like Grease Lightning from Squeeze Transportation Services or something like that. On the ground like butter on bread. I say, wow. Then he tell me, oh no man, this is a new runway. I say, that must be what it is. This runway smooth, eh?
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about breaking up your plane. If you got a jet, just fly it to Cat Island. The runway them good. They like Miami. Yeah?
Yes.
That's how old people tell you when they they like Miami. I don't know what that means. So the in and out, you're saying the airlift in Cat Island increase to the point where planes don't come here empty.
No.
Well, how do they leave? Do they leave empty?
Somewhat. You wouldn't have that much going out at times.
But that's only because people ain't sure they could get back.
No, but they do have, we have flights on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I think it's Saturday.
Right.
But you have like tourists, who would come in and who needs to do a connecting flight. And because of the flight being
Too early.
right.
Right.
At late,
Or not available.
yeah, to get connecting flight, to catch their flight, that is the problem.
Wow. Man, what the fella name who in Western Air? Rex? Or, you see what y'all could do. Look at these people. They don't look like they need another plane. I lobbying for them. See what you could do. I Justin Cooper, used the best minister of tourism the Bahamas ever had. Stafford's ain't got nothing on you. Take my word for it. See if you could give Cat Island one other plane, and they will forever be in your graces because these people say they need more Cat Islanders want to come to Cat Island. And so do the tourists. And so do the Bahamians like me, who just want you all to keep letting me come here. All right? You said something interestingly, though. You said that the tourists try to connect to Cat Island or have other flight arrangements with Cat Island involved. Is all of the movement, or how much of that movement have you noticed has had the tourism pigmentation to it? Like, how often do you see flights and think to yourself, being in the administrator office and understanding the numbers behind it, that, wow, the tourism product, the international tourism product is solid. And then I want you to compare that for me to what does the domestic tourism product look like in another Cat Island?
Well, I mean, not dealing directly with tourism.
Sure.
So I wouldn't have numbers per se, because we do have a tourism officer
Sure.
here on the island.
Sure.
So I wouldn't have numbers per se. But just listening around with another airline, which I think is on the move to come here, once we get all of the airport and the roads and all of that, the infrastructure into place, that will happen. But we do have Makers Air that comes into Cat Island, I think about 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay.
And you have a lot of tourists that comes in on that.
Where does that come from?
Also, that comes from Fort Lauderdale.
So you're trying to tell me that if I was a Bahamian and I was in Fort Lauderdale and I wanted to fly to Cat Island, I could actually come from Fort Lauderdale to Cat Island
Correct.
as a Bahamian? Wow, this is
I
fantastic.
guess once you have your visa, you
gotta
can fly
have visa.
directly from Cat Island to Fort Lauderdale, or vice versa.
Miss Taston Road, would you say you was the Henry Taston?
That's my cousin.
Only serious fellas around this place. Fellas like us and Henry them, right? If you ain't got no visa, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You should stay right on East Street. If you don't have no visa, you should never leave Nassau. Because why you don't have no visa and you could have one of these? So I ain't talking to people with no visa. People with no visa, I want you to stay right you to Chop Corner. Don't leave there. That's where you belong. But for the people, I'm sorry. But for the people that serious about traveling, right? What you mean you don't have no visa? Why you ain't got no visa? But if you don't have a visa, okay, go right to Miami and you come right back and you don't do nothing fancy. But if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area, you may decide that you got 2 extra days off from work. You ain't really got nothing to rush back to Nassau for. Plus, they got red light. And I tell you, I'm doing a scientific research that proves that everywhere where red light is, the people pressure is be high. Because when I've been to Turks and Caicos, they look like they ain't had a stress in the world over there. And the one thing I noticed is they also ain't had no red light. Right? And I've been to Abaco, they got 1 red light. And the people there, they look like they kind of stressed out. But they're not, not as stressed out. So I've drawn up the scientific research that red light and stress go together. So come to Cat Island, because they don't have no red light,
No.
which means they don't have no stress. You see how I'm waking this out?
Exactly.
And if you say it's science, no one could argue with it. Right? So you could come out of Fort Lauderdale, jump on a plane, fly to Cat Island, do 2 days at Rolex because they have a 2-day package, and then the wind tell me this. And Rolex, them might fly you out of here when you didn't finish. I said, well, what a time to be alive in Jerusalem. You can't beat that.
Not at all.
Not with a switch. You
No,
can't
sir.
beat that with a switch. So if you feel like playing tourists, right? If you want to play tourists, you and Saw fans, you all been to Miami, right? You all done do all that shopping, you're tired, but you put all the things on the boat. You following right here with this? All the things on the boat now, so you know what you're doing, you swinging hand.
Exactly.
And you and Saw fans, you'll leave them badgering with their Grammy, because that's where children belong, with their Grammy, right? Because what else Grammy have to do? Perfect. And you tell her, baby, you thought I was taking you back to Nassau? I am. But I could take you the long way. And you get to the Fort Lauderdale airport, and you fly into Cat Island. And you come and you lay off on this beach. And who knows? You all two may make one another baby for Grammy to keep.
Wow.
Yeah, this is perfect, I'm telling you. And when you fly back to Nassau or here on Western now, or you might decide that you even ain't want to go, you all two so in love after laying off on this beach, you even ain't want to go on a commercial airline. So you call Ezra Russell and you tell him, boy, I can even charter a plane. Now, that ain't going to be me because I ain't getting no 5-seater. But I think he got bigger plane than
Yeah,
5-seater.
he has a bigger flight.
Okay, so, but you don't want to rent the whole bigger flight just for you and Saw fans. Now, you got to invite the church members there.
Yeah.
Whatever you all do. But however you all figure it out. Then you all get right on that plane and you fly out of here and you go back to Nassau and let your pressure go back up because they got red light. And anywhere red light is, people pressure this BI, right? That's my
Yeah.
scientific
I
research.
agree with you.
So I'm talking to Ms. Thurston Rule, who's the public relations officer from the administrator's office, and she's telling us, from the administrator's eye, the things that are happening in Kid Island, all of the things that are necessary in order to make Kid Island work, all the things that are necessary in order to include Kid Islanders in the process of making Kid Island work, why Kid Island is working. Infrastructurally, how far would you say we are out from being back up and running to about 100%?
I would say at this particular point, we are at it's like 50.
50%? Yeah, because the airport in Arthurstown is
Just
under
about,
steam.
yeah.
The airport in Old Bight is under steam. The roadways are being refurbished as we speak. As a matter of fact,
Yes.
I drove north today. I took the spiritual advisor because he keep telling me, let's go to Kuma Hill, let's go to Kuma Hill. And I trying to get spiritual advisor to understand that Kuma Hill is a hill. I have to consecrate myself to walk up a hill for nothing. I don't just walk up hills for nothing. So I've been in my room for the last 2 days summoning the spirit to help me get up Kuma Hill, right? So I tricked him this morning. I rode north because, hill that way. Because I have to summon the spirit in order for me to be able to climb a hill. So we went north all the way to Orange Creek. And I tell you, the beach at Orange Creek was absolutely phenomenal. But what I also noticed was that the road work is happening all the way in Orange Creek.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and that means they almost doing road work for Eleuthera, because the only thing after Orange Creek is Eleuthera,
Yeah.
right? This road work is expansive road work.
Yes.
And, it begs the question, does Kid Island have the population for it, right? That's always, for people like me, that's what I always consider, like when we make this investment, are there enough people here to enjoy what this investment means? And if they're not, that's a small fix. We just need to figure out a way to get Nasuvians to want to come, and Exumians to want to come, and Long Islanders to want to come. And there is good need. And I'm sure you'll say, well, I live on an island, I could see a beach. Yeah, but come see this one. And
Yeah.
see why it's different from that one. And I got me somebody from Exuma on this trip who tell me, say, boy, now Exuma got good beach. But boy, these Cat Island beach, they nice. They just don't want to say it better
It's
than
the
Exuma
best.
Beach.
It's-
That's what
it's-
they just don't want to say that.
Honestly, it is the best. I've been to Exuma. I love Exuma. But I haven't seen the beach like Cat Island.
I'll tell you what the difference is. Exuma people must only have a little bit of children. Because if you like little bit, an Exuma Beach can satisfy you.
Yeah.
Because the beach only but long as my arm. The beach from right here to this laptop screen. When you go to Kid Island, they can't run on the beach.
Yes.
Far
Just
as your eye could
miles
see.
and miles.
And when your eye stops seeing, still more beach. And the beach just keep going and going, just Lone Beach.
And the good
That
thing
is the
about it is, we don't just have it on the south side. We have it on the north side also.
Yeah, and for as far as God give you sight, when you stand on the beach, your eye begin to run water because all you could see is glistening from the sun and the sand. And it just sparkle in your eye. You can't even blink sometimes. I almost felt like Saul when I stood out on that beach this morning and the sun came up. I almost asked, Jesus, is that you? But it was just so shiny, the sun off of the sand. Pristine white beaches.
Yes.
And that's where I tell them my bed is on the Cat Island beach over the Exuma Beach. Because Cat Island will give you 6 seconds a beach. Exuma will give you 6 seconds a beach. Oh, Cat Island Beach don't run out.
Not
They
at
got
all.
everlasting beach. Anyway, so Miss Thurston Rule, it's been so wonderful. Any last words for the people that are coming down this weekend?
Well, just like I said earlier, we inviting everyone.
Everyone,
But, come
come
and let's have fun.
and have some fun. I like that.
And just enjoy what Cat Island has to offer.
God, good land.
God's
But
good
my
land.
goodness, grace and mercy follow me. Anyhow, thank you so much, Madam Public Relations Officer. We've been talking to the Public Relations Officer in the Office of the Island Administrator. Her name is Miss Thurston Roll. She's the cousin of Henry Roll, big serious man now.
Thurston.
Thurston, what I say? Thurston.
Henry Roll.
Henry Thurston, big serious man now. And so that's how I know she's big, serious people, and we're so happy to have her here on Freedom March. Don't move, though. You're listening to me, Leland Miller. We're on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224, channel 112, and, of course, ILTV Studios. We're over here in Kid Island. You thought I should say ILTV Studios. And I might never come back. Y'all don't fire me. I won't stay here. But we're going to be here all week, so we invite you to join us here on Freedom March as we take Freedom March on the move. We're in Kid Island. Thank you so much to the Ministry of Tourism for sending us. We're showing people what it is to be in Kid Island. We're helping people to understand that there's so much here to see, so much here to do. The hospitality is unparalleled, and the accommodations. You have to come and see it. Anyway, don't move. This is Freedom March. We'll be right back after this break. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. I'm Levin Miller. Thank you for staying with us. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224, channel 112. That's on cable and on flow. And of course, on ILTV Studios on Facebook. But wherever you are listening, thank you so much for listening. And I'm not saying it for you if you're already listening to me, because you already know our call signs. I'm saying it so that you could call your friend and tell your friend that other stuff on the radio, they ain't giving away nothing. Mr. Ezra Russell and Fountain Bay then tell me that we are going to give away 2 nights stay at Fountain Bay for 2 couples. I still thinking about how people go win that. But if you got a pair of soft hands and you under 40, I got some Cat Island in the future for you, my friend. All right? Because I feel like I want young people to come. Spiritual advisors say you could make baby if you come on this beach long enough. And young people should be making babies. So I want to invite young people to come to Cat Island. That's the goal. And so I'm going to think about how they could win. Let me marinate that in my brain a little bit more. But I'll tell you one thing. Them other show, they ain't giving you no trip to Cat Island. That's a good enough reason to come listen to us. Anyway, I'm joined now in studio by A.S.P. Dixon, who is the second in charge. The second in charge. Something's wrong with this mic. The second in charge down here in Cat Island. And as we get ready to go into the regatta period, as we get ready to go into the phase of the regatta where the population will swell, no doubt. I think they're anticipating a lot of the mail boats or the roll-on, roll-offs coming to Cat Island. And I imagine they all will be full with people. Yes. I've seen the airlift already around the island, and that has taken off. Today, I think I watched 4 planes land, all of them full of people. Yes. And so, yeah, the little ones. Not when I say plane, you know, the little kite, like the one they bring me on, right? Man, my heart. Let's pause. I want to tell you about my heart. I say now, Lord, this Joycelyn grand boy, I up here. I know you got all kind of things like the ceasefire and Benghazi and Ukraine and Iran and the Gaza Strip. But Jesus, just for 45 minutes, the captain say 45. Jesus, I need you to don't be busy for 47 minutes, because I also need you to don't be busy until we at least open the plane door. And praise the Lord, Jesus loves me so much that he took a little break off from all that other stuff going on in the world to keep me safe in this little plane. Because I tell you, I almost could have conked the quarters in the pilot pocket. That's how close I was to him. And I don't like being that close to the pilot. But nonetheless, under no circumstance was I missing this opportunity to come and tell the people exactly how fantastic Cat Island is. So, A.S.P. Dixon, the 2IC, yes, sir, down here with the police force in Cat Island, is going to help us to figure out how to come and do exactly what Ms. Thurston Rule has suggested, which is come and have some fun, but how to do it safely. So, A.S.P. Dixon, welcome to Freedom March.
Welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is a big weekend happening. The Cat Island Regatta begins on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Or is it Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Thursday,
31st
right?
To the 4th.
What are some of the things we need to be mindful of from the police? What are some? Are there anything the police in particular want to communicate to the population that's coming?
Okay, sir. So I'll just start off by saying the 69th annual regatta, we approach it is upon us. We, the officers here at the Cat Island Division, we stand ready and able to police the event. We are expecting an influx of descendants from Cat Island.
Right.
Also visitors to Cat Island.
Okay.
And in light of this, we have officers traveling from New Providence to assist us with policing the event.
Okay, so that's going to take care of the manpower.
That's taking the manpower. Yes,
okay.
Yes, that's
okay.
Care of manpower.
So they're going to come with the boats, I imagine.
The officers, no, they're coming via the police plane.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes.
Okay. So we have no need to be fearful or concerned that there won't be sufficient police presence during this festival.
No, sir, not at all. No, sir.
All right, fantastic. Now, Cat Island is a very big place.
Yes, sir.
I imagine there are going to be little festivals or little parties happening all over the island. Any advisories from the police that you'd like to just give to those persons who may not necessarily find their way to the regatta site, but who may find themselves down at the Roland Simonet Park, or
yes,
who may find themselves, I don't know, down by Tinghamnam, or who may find themselves just not in the general sailing club area?
All right, I'd like to advise them. We are aware and we are mindful that persons are coming here to enjoy themselves.
Sure.
But we want to remind them that law and order is the order of the day.
Man, I love this man already. Somebody who sent me this ASP, he's perfect. Law and order is, man, we should make that the slogan.
Yes, sir.
When you come to the Kid Island Regatta, Pookie, listen, I'm talking to you. Pookie and Tall Boy and Blacks and Plait Up Head. I mean y'all. When y'all reach, say it again for me, ASP Dixon.
Law and order
and order
is the order.
Is the order
of the day.
Oh my goodness! Wow. So whatever y'all have in your mind, leave that right on Porter's-Key. Don't even pick it back up when you reach back to Porter's-Key. But certainly, don't bring it to Cat Island, my friend, because ASP Dixon them say they don't have a low tolerance. They have a no tolerance policy.
Yes, sir.
And you don't want fool with that.
No, sir.
You don't want fool with that.
No,
and
sir.
I've been to Artistown today, and I want to tell you, it is the littlest police station in the whole Bahamas. That means they have to fold you up in half to put you in there. And you don't want that. All right? Because that's the only one they got. So for God's sake, don't let ASP Dixon have to come for you. When you come down here this weekend, you come, you have some fun, you enjoy the festivities, you look at the girls, you empty your pocket for money, and you have yourself a jolly, but you never forget that law and order is the order. Man, we should put that on a T-shirt.
I agree with you, sir.
We should put that on a T-shirt.
Yes.
So, any other safety advisories that the police want us to be aware of while people are, because you know people get happy and sometimes their minds slip away from good, decent, normal law and order.
Yes, sir.
Any road traffic safety tips, etc., that you'd like to have the people mindful of as they come in?
Yes, sir. As relates to road traffic safety, as is per normal, don't drink and drive.
Yes.
If you intend to go out and drink, make sure you have a designated driver.
Okay, so don't drink and drive, but also don't drink, then drive.
Then drink, then drive.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Don't
Yeah.
drink and drive.
And don't
But don't drink, then drive.
then drive.
Good.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. Like I said, if you plan to do that, make sure you have a designated driver. And just as the rule and regulations, wherever you come from, Cat Island is the same.
Right.
And so we just want you to be mindful of those things.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Everything except for the stoplight. They ain't got no stoplight here, so you don't have to worry about stopping to the stoplight in Cat Island. All right? Y'all have stop sign? I remember seeing no stop sign either.
No.
Yeah. Coming on and off of the regatta site,
Exactly.
there's a stop
Yes, sir.
sign.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you stop to them too for sure. All right? So the rules of the road apply.
The rules.
Speeding is also a part of the rules of the road.
Yes, sir.
So don't come down here and break that one either.
Of course not.
If you're going to drink, have a designated driver.
Yes, sir.
Don't drink and drive.
No, sir.
But more importantly, don't drink, then drive.
Then drive.
Okay.
No, sir.
What else does the police have to say to the public coming down here this weekend?
And so I just want to reiterate again, as I said, you come down to have your fun.
Have fun.
We're not saying don't have your fun.
Have all the fun you could.
All the fun you could have.
Oh, yes. Sounds wonderful.
But just be mindful that law and order is the order of the day.
I could put this on a tumbler. I could put that on a tumbler. Law and order. And I want you to notice, Pookie, I mean you again. The police are paid to police. And when you disrupt decent, normal behavior, I expect the police to be doing some policing. And I want them to police heavily. I anticipate heavy policing. So, my recommendation to you is don't do no crime. Because wherever crime happens, the police have to practice this thing called policing.
Indeed.
And, my friend, you don't want policing to happen to you. Okay? So you leave badness wherever you are.
Indeed.
You come down here. The drinks are nice, by the way. Everywhere I've been, they can mix good drink. I ain't lying. Oh, the drinks are fantastic. You should come and have a few of them. The air condition everywhere I've been is wonderful and cold. So the drinks are cold. The air condition is cold. And the food is, chef's kiss, right? But don't mess that up, Pookie. You could imagine And we ain't sending you back right away, you know. And we're going to put you in the little police station. You're going to be there. We might send you back Tuesday in time for court, because it ain't no sense we send you before the court open, right? And you don't want that. So don't come here to disturb the peace.
Indeed.
Good stuff. The road works I see going on. Any extra precautions, extra advice? Do we anticipate seeing the police manage that in any way?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we advise them also, as you said, roadworks is going on. We like them to be cautious and be mindful of the speed limit.
Yeah.
Remain within the speed limit.
Yeah.
And once we do that, we should have a safe event.
I also wanna say, ASP,
Sir.
that as I drove, because I took the spiritual advisor, he keeps trying to get me to climb Como Hill.
Oh,
And I keep trying to tell him,
sir.
Como Hill is a hill.
It is.
I don't just climb hill. Right?
Yes, sir.
But he wearing me down. So before I leave,
Yes, sir.
I may climb halfway up the hill
Okay.
and then just coach him the rest of the way up the hill, right?
Yes, sir.
Because Como Hill is a hill.
It is a.
So we went north today.
Yes, sir.
And like I said to Ms. Thurston Roll, I noticed that the road works is going all the way as far as Orange Creek.
Orange Creek. Yes, sir.
And I noticed that when you get around the Benetab area, there are one or two spots coming out of the Bluff area
Yes, sir.
where the asphalt is removed from the road, but those areas are kind of winding.
Yes, sir.
And I particularly thought about motorcyclists.
Indeed.
Send some special words of advice to motorcyclists coming down here this weekend who may not know the road, or who may not know the road is under extensive renovations.
Okay.
What is your advice to them?
All right. For motorcyclists, as well as the other road users, as I said before, you are asked to remain within the speed limit and be mindful that there is road work going on. And so, usually in the night, the roads are different
Yes.
than when you're driving in the day.
Yes.
And so be mindful that if it is that you're traveling during the night, to remain within the speed limit and to proceed with caution at all times.
Yes. And make sure your vehicle light working. Like, so you got 2 more days left before the regatta start. Go by one of them place. Make sure the fella check your high beam.
Yes,
Make sure the fella check your low beam. You need that.
indeed.
Because you only need your high beam till you see car coming. Then you need low beam.
That's right.
And if you cut off the high beam and you ain't got no low beam, I can't tell you what this is coming towards me in the road, and bam, catastrophe.
That's
So take this last 48 hours. You listening to me? I mean Pookie them this time. I mean these women who coming. Right? Don't spend all the money on the Deep Kinky. Don't spend all the money on the African Straight. Don't spend all the money on the stiletto nails. Don't spend all the money on the 2-piece for the beach party. While that is very important, please bring the 2-piece for the beach party. What they say? Bikini start with B. What you mean the G? These people over here. They say bring the bikini would start with G. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, while the 2-piece is very muchos important, having the headlight on the car fixed is muchos important. You like that? Muchos? I can use that.
mucho indeed.
So, 2-piece, check. Headlight on the car, check right after. All right? So, but any 2-piece should have been in your bag. You ain't still feeling around for that, eh? Because if you're just getting this probably ain't gonna fit right. Make sure bring the one with this fit right. Because we need that.
Indeed.
But right after that, you go and you care that, and you say, let me tell you how to get it fixed, okay? You listening to me? You go and you say, Babs, this light. And he can say, what light, woman? The light, I don't know. And he can say, you know something? Let me go look at the light. But don't leave him, because, you know, man only like to say yeah and tell woman go away. But as soon as he go away, you walk right behind him and say, you fixed the light? He can say, what light, woman? Then you have to say, the same light I just tell you about. He can say, you know something? Where the light? Show me the light. And you make sure a tall boy fix that light for you before you put that car on the boat to come to Kid Island. Because we need all the light on your car. The set in the front, and the set in the back to be waking because they're doing road works down here. The road works are quite extensive. The road work is quite expansive. So what does it mean? It means that, you know, them little white line that you could use to track the road, they ain't really there right now. You're going to need your headlight. Make sure they wake it. You got it? Let's do the checklist. Bikini would start with G, and then headlight because H after G anyhow. Yeah. And then make sure, and if you just wear glasses, these things just keep popping up. If you just put your glasses on, you only don't need your glasses while you're wearing your bikini with spelled with a G. But that's because you should be on the beach. Every other time this weekend, you ain't that sexy, baby. Keep them glasses on. We can need them on. And you don't take them off. And you leave them on the whole time. And no matter where you go, you wear them. Because I also don't want you being sexy all day to jump in this car and put on your glasses, and now your eye trying to do the little thing it is do when you need to adjust your eye, and you out there causing a catastrophe. Cones are in the road. Equipment is on the side of the road. And I tell you this, if you hit one of them park equipment, they're going to have a sauce cooking competition through your corner for about the next 2 weeks. And I don't want that to happen to you. And neither does ASP Dixon.
No, sir.
Good stuff. So, we've got manpower covered.
Yes, sir.
The police will be in full effect.
Full effect. Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And you all ain't bigger than the police. The police is the program, and my friend, you ain't bigger than the program. So the police will be here. They will be in extensive numbers. They will be policing. That's the part I like the most.
Indeed.
And they are policing with one thing in mind. ASP Dixon's quote. Law and order is the, man, this is wonderful, is the order of the day. So come down by Rollers. If you feel like your passion get a little hot, sit on that beach, let the beach air cool your passion back off. Because if it don't cool off on that beach, they can put you in that station with the air conditioning, and the air conditioning there will cool your passion. And you don't want cold passion, my friend. All right?
Indeed.
So, manpower is in place.
Yes, sir.
How many people are you expecting this weekend?
We expect mail boats to come in with over 100 plus persons.
Each mail boat?
Each mail boat.
Okay. And you're talking about roughly 5 or 6 mail boats?
Yes, sir.
So about 600 people. I tell you, I see 6 little plane land today.
Yes, sir.
Each one of them, 6 of them together probably bring like 12 people because, you know, they small
Indeed,
planes.
Small planes, yes, sir.
Great. And then I understand that as of today, actually.
Yes, sir.
Bahamas Air has a flight
Air has
today.
Flights, yes, sir.
Western Air got one in the morning, but
Indeed.
Bahamas Air, Western got 2. Western got 2. And then I think Bahamas Air got another one.
Yes.
They got Bahamas Air got 2. But how come I couldn't get on no plane if they got all these planes coming here?
The thing about it is with regatta time, if you don't book ahead of time, you usually won't get it.
Well, what you calling ahead of time, ASP? Because I tried to buy my ticket June 30th. That's payday. You just buy your ticket payday. They tell me ain't no ticket.
No, I'm telling you, probably from me, it better be taken.
I, Chester Cooper, where he is. I, Chester Cooper. Man, see if you could talk to Rex and tell Rex, please, man, send one more plane down here. That Fort Lauderdale flight, stop doing that. Send the plane here. Because we need it. You want them to still go Fort Lauderdale? Don't worry about going Fort Lauderdale. Just come to Kid Island. Don't worry about nothing else. Because you hear that? They got 2 today, full. 2 tomorrow, but 4 tomorrow, full. 4 the day after that, full. And some on Saturday too?
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? I, Chester Cooper, I like him because his name have an I in it.
I see.
His name sound like a sentence. I, Chester Cooper, comma, and then something else should come behind it. I love that about him. Right? See what you could do for these people because we could say that the economy isn't picking up and that people aren't moving and that people aren't traveling, but you got to give people, we live in a world of options where you got to expand the options, and we realize that there's an appetite for Cat Island, so let's expand the people's ability to get to Cat Island, eh? Because it don't make sense you have all this beach out here and no one could come see it. So manpower is covered from the police.
Yes, sir.
They're policing for law and order.
Indeed.
You all taking any breaks from that?
No, sir.
Zero. There will be zero breaks.
No, sir.
And you see how ASP Dixon look. ASP Dixon look like even if you outrun him, you will not outlast him. He will catch you. Pookie, don't put your life through that. All right? Come down here where the drinks are cool and the girls are pretty. And believe it or not, they actually have a boat race too. So you want to know a little secret about me, ASB?
What's that, sir?
I've been coming to Cat Island for 21 years to the regatta.
Oh.
I can't tell you if boat ever been. I've been looking for everything except for the boat. Them. I was in shock and awe when they tell me, say, you know, when this, what was that, 2016, I think Cat Island must build one boat.
Yes, sir.
Named Catch the Cat or
Catch the
something.
Cat.
And they tell me, say, you saw the Cat Island boat? I said, Cat Island have a boat, eh? I didn't know boat was out there. Not with all these beautiful senoritas walking up and down the road when I can get time to go look at the boat. But this year, thank God I'm a saved man, I'm going to go look and see the boat them, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like that's a large part of the Cat Island Regatta. So if you're interested in seeing the boat race, they also have boats at the regatta, believe that or not. And the police, both in the north,
Yes, sir.
if you need to make and I'm saying this for people who might need to talk to the police,
Right.
may have some information for the police,
Yes, sir.
might want to make a complaint. Don't come here to make too much a complaint now. We ain't into that. Disregard her. How do they find the police stations? Where are they located?
We have a police station located at Arthurstown
Arthurstown,
and one in New Bight.
one in New Bight.
If you dial 911 while on Cat Island,
Right.
it automatically comes to the police.
Really?
Automatically comes to the police.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that.
Automatically comes to the police.
And it's free.
And it's free.
You can call the police for free.
You can call police for free.
You could say, police! Police! And the police could just show up in Cat Island, see? You thought I was joking? But 911 on Cat Island
On Cat Island.
dials you straight into
Straight
the
to
police station.
Yes, sir.
You can't mess that number up.
Not at all.
Okay, so it's in Arthurstown. Where in Arthurstown so the people know?
Arthurstown, just in the front of the Arthurstown Comprehensive School.
Okay,
Yes, that's where you find Arthurstown Police Station.
all right. And it's right, let me get, Bahamians just need Bahamian direction.
Okay, yes.
So when you get in Arthurstown,
Get Arthurstown.
you keep going north like you're going to Orange Creek.
Yes, sir.
Don't go to Orange Creek.
Don't go Orange Creek.
Slow down by the roundabout because that's a roundabout. It named the Roland Zimmernet Park.
Indeed.
Don't pass that either. Right on your left-hand side, you can see one little green building. That's the police station. You can't miss
You
it.
cannot miss it.
All right. So whenever you give Bahamian directions,
Yes,
you
sir.
have to always end by saying, you can't
You
miss
can't
it.
miss it.
Yeah, that's to make sure they don't miss it.
Yes, sir.
And if you're traveling south, you pass the regatta site
As regard the site.
like you're going to Old Bight.
Right.
But you don't go to Old Bight.
No, sir.
You also got to go like you're going to Coma Hill. But you don't go to
there you
Coma
go.
Hill.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
stop right before you get to Coma Hill.
Indeed.
And to your left-hand side, because Bahamian don't like things like north and south and east and west. On your left-hand side, you can see a pink building. That ain't the right one. That's the administrative building. But then you can see a green building. That is the police station where you could go and tell ASP Dixon about anything causing you any kind of problem while you're in Cat Island. And my friend, what the slogan is?
Law and order is the order of the day.
You stand no chance of being disappointed. When they come out there to police. And when they police, they are policing law and order. Because that is the order of the day. Final words, ASPSV. Head to the break.
All right. My final words, again, just to reiterate, come and have clean, safe fun.
Mm-hmm. much. Thank you for staying with us through the break. I'm Leland Miller. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM, channel 224, channel 112. Those things never change. But I'll tell you what did change this week. Praise the Lord. I'm not in the studio because Freedom March is on the move and we are in Cat Island. Thank you to my friends over at the Ministry of Tourism who have done such a wonderful job. Listen, I am going to write the National Honors Committee. By the time I finish, this list could be full. And I'm going to tell them, man, they got to give a couple of y'all something off the National Honors list. I feel like y'all belong on it because y'all have done a fantastic job with getting us here to Cat Island. Let me get these birthday shout-outs out of the way, though. D. Mortimer, it says, good morning. I would like to take this time out to wish D. Mortimer a happy 25th birthday from her grandmother, Judy. Then there's Nikita DeVoe. Happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Nikita DeVoe, from your mother, Deborah Smith, your siblings, Ashley Chantel, your brother Travis, your nephew Travis, and Jaden, your aunties, especially Auntie Kim, your uncles, your cousins, and family and friends. God bless you. We all love you, and please enjoy your day. Then there's Monique Knowles. Monique Knowles. Good day. I would like to send a birthday shout-out to Monique, whose birthday is on July 30th. Monique Knowles, and this is coming from her loving children, Andrew, Tia, and Ashton. We love you, and we pray God bless you and that you live to see many more. Jade Anthony. Happy 22nd birthday to my darling daughter, Jade Christina Violet Anthony. From her father, Valentino Woodside, and her mother, Sonia Woodside. Siblings, Valencia and Samuel Woodside. Wishes her all the best this year, and may all of your dreams come through. And then, of course, there are the Bannabys. They want us to give the Bannabys a standing ovation for 31 years of wedding anniversary. Is that for Elder Kevin and his beautiful helpmate, Sister Denise Bannaby. May God continue to bless you, your union, and have a great day. Mario and Anita. This says, can you send a happy 20th wedding anniversary shout-out to Mario and Anita coming from their children, McQuell and Mario. Blessings to them both. Pray God continues to bless and strengthen them as they continue on their marriage together as one. God bless you and enjoy. And this also says, please wish Mistress Olivia King over at Olive's Bakery, New Bight, Cat Island. What am I wishing her? What are we wishing her? We wishing you something from your wonderful sister, Ingrid Roma, here in Cat Island. And did we have something else? Is there? Oh, yes. McDonald's is celebrating 50 years of serving smiles to the Nassau community. Join in the celebration at the Bay Street downtown location on Monday, August 4th, beginning at 1 p.m. Your family can enjoy free entertainment, games, and prizes. Join Mo at a community event to celebrate McDonald's 50th anniversary in Nassau and its core values of service, inclusion, integrity, community, and family. The festivities begin at 1 p.m. on Monday, August 4th at the Bay Street downtown location. I think that's everything. Did we get everything? And this one says, please say a special hello to my friends, Carl and Mrs. Roll, down there in Cat Island. Yeah, that's from Brenton Boo Roll, by the way.
Ah, boo.
Yeah. So, I'm joined in studio now by, I don't know, one of the warmest persons I've met during my entire time of coming to Cat Island, Yvonne Roll, who is, are you like the operations? Are you like everything down here? Because like you could tell me where to get the watermelon and the water and to turn on the air conditioning. But she is the proprietor down here at Rollers. And welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being on Freedom March.
Wow. And it is a pleasure being at the Rollers Resort. I've seen the sign. I've seen pictures. I've heard about it. You know, it's kind of like the Chick Chani. You kind of heard about it, never saw it. Well, today I can tell people it's not a Chick Chani. It's a very real place. And that I had the wonderful opportunity to come to the Rollers Resort, and I'm blown away.
And I can say thank you to you guys, and also thank you to the Ministry of Tourism and Ms. Bastian for allowing us to be a part of this. We're elated. elated, and thank you, Bahamas, for watching.
I want to tell you something. If they'd have sent me somewhere else, I just could have been mad.
Okay.
Okay. but
I
don't
would have
tell
been mad too.
Yeah, because this is, I couldn't imagine missing this. This is you get off of the roadway, and I tell people, Cat Island has an interesting thing. I feel like they're trying to hide a nice time. Because somehow, all the nice place off the roadside. Like, you drive the roadside, and, just at a glance, you look like, well, there ain't really nothing here.
No.
My friend, then they take you down a little 3-minute track
Yes.
through some bush.
Yes.
But once you survive that 3 minutes,
A hidden secret.
heaven.
Yes.
Heaven opens up and it touches the land, and it is something that your mind cannot conceive. Your eyes must see it.
Yes.
And even when your eyes have seen it, it fills you like it is almost an unbelievable. You know it's real because you're touching it, but it is almost an unbelievable thing. And I'll tell you the thing that has fascinated me is, in as pure a way I can say it, these are ordinary people.
Yes.
These are ordinary people that are in Cat Island doing extraordinary things. And so, as a Bahamian, as a young Bahamian, I want to firstly say thank you for the vision. Congratulations on your execution of the vision. And, man, please send back for me. That's the third thing.
We sure will. And to tell you the truth, it was my husband Carl Roll's vision,
Wow.
who was born here. And he always said from the time I married him, he's going to move back to Cat Island. He left when he was a little boy, but he always had big dreams of moving back. And from the day we were married, he was saving to build this.
Wow.
So it's his dream, his vision. He wrote it down and executed.
Wow.
I came along for the ride and ended up loving it just
Now, I
as
can
much
tell
as
you
he
another
does.
secret.
Yes.
I think you're going to find nobody else better to go on this ride.
I agree
You're
with you.
doing a good
Ah,
You doing a good
you
job.
go right to the top, top of the class.
So tell us a little bit about the property that this role is, right? Man, I didn't talk about the beach. We know the beach. Listen, you ain't gonna find. Let me see if I can sum it up for you. In the studio, I could still see the beach, and I think I could see the sun about to set on the beach. You can't miss the beach if you come by Rolairs. So the beach is here. That's where you should be. But tell us a little bit about the development.
The development started as a dream in my husband's mind, probably around 1981, 82.
Wow, my daddy was trying to convince my mommy I'd be a good idea.
And you were.
Okay, good.
You are.
See that?
And he started to plan, and believe it or not, he started to write business plans from then. And he started saving. You know how Bahamians like to do the ASUs. Well, my husband was very, very big at that, and he was good at it because he didn't get down to the last drawer, was number 1 or 2,
Right.
and he banked that, bought whatever they used to call in Central Bank, and saved up to this point. And then in 2009, he retired from BEC
Sure.
to come here full time and to finish the project, and that's one of the best decisions I think that we have made beside having our children.
Wow. And
It's-
how many children are there?
We have 5.
Jesus.
And
well,
10
5
grandchildren.
That sounds so wonderful. Like, secret about me, at one point I wanted 10 children. Because I come from a lineage where one of my grandfathers has 18 children and the other has 29. And so I said, I ain't gonna do that. But I just wanted to always have double-digit number children, just so I could brag about it.
And can I tell you the truth? We wanted 12.
Bless the Lord. Wow. All right, but 5 was a good, comfortable
Yeah,
number.
it was.
Okay, so there are 5 little roles, and then of course Mr. and Miss Role that are responsible for what this is here in Old Bight Island.
Yes.
Why Old Bight?
Old Bight, Carl's father, Jeremiah Roll, the late Jeremiah Roll, was born in Old Bight. His grandfather left Exuma and settled in Old Bight. And I started coming here in 1989, around 1989. And we started bringing our kids, we started bringing cousins, and everybody fell in love with Cat Island. And Old Bight was the place to be.
Yeah.
Carl came and he walked along the Shoresy borders, and this is somewhere where he decided that we can make things happen.
Yeah.
And when we came here, there was actually no interest in this side of this land except for farming.
Right.
And when we first built, Carl was here. I was not. I was still working in Nassau to assist. He used to sit outside under the cabana on the beach, waiting for someone to pass by so he could say, "Come on in and take a look."
Yeah.
You know, that was
So he was owner, operator, and chief marketing officer.
Oh, he was chief marketing officer, and anybody that happened to come off the road
Yeah.
and by chance find us, he was able to say, "Come," and he welcomed everybody
Okay.
that came along these roads, and even the boaters that came by, he welcomed them.
Right.
And we got our good start through boaters who recommended us on the internet and their boaters society or whatever they have. And then it became a land-based thing. And we joined the Bahamas Outer Island Promotion Board, and we got a further boost through the Bahamas Promotion Board and through the Ministry of Tourism, through the advertising for the Family Islands. That gave us a good boost. And we grew and grew, and our motto is, and Carl coined it, it's one guest at a time, one smile at a time, and we treat every single guest as if they are our only guests. And we are professional with them. We love them. We give them warmth.
Yes.
And it's a reciprocal thing. They
Yeah.
do the same back to us. And so when we started, we were at the bottom of the group. I think there were 8 hotels at the time, and we were number 8. And I always said, "Oh boy, it's going to be impossible
At least she was
to
in the top 10.
climb."
She was-
We were in the top 10.
It always depends on how you tell the story. You know? So when you go places, you
We
can
were
say,
in the top
we in
10.
the top 10 hotels in Kent Island.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's only 8.
Yes. And so we gradually moved up until we became, and we are number one
Number
in
one.
Cat Island at this time. And we're number 2 in the Bahamas for small hotels.
Wow.
And then for worldwide with the Caribbean, according to TripAdvisor, we are in the top 30.
Okay.
So we are doing something.
In the top, you mean they trying to tell me 29 other people could beat this beach out here? TripAdvisor.
Yeah, talk to them.
TripAdvisor. Y'all ain't got no TVA.
Yeah, get it together.
Come out here by Rollers and see this beach. I will give you all 6 maybe. And that's just because I'm trying to be courteous. It ain't no way 29 people got better beach than this. And now TripAdvisor, not for my sake, for Christ's sake, you all come. And come and see Miss Roll and Mr. Roll and let them put you all in one of these sweet wood looking right at the beach. And we can do that to you all for 2 days. And when you all finish, you all go back and you all fix the date, okay?
And I can tell you something. I don't know what competition you're going to give out there to the people to give a prize. But when you do give the prize, we will give someone 3 nights
Oh, praise the Lord.
and a part of 1 ticket.
Okay, so that's one
Half.
leg.
Yeah.
So that's
Just
either
one
in
person.
or out?
Yeah.
One person.
One person will
Okay.
get a leg in.
Okay.
You ain't gonna get a leg out because you may decide
You may
to
not want to
stay.
leave.
Ah.
You may not want to stay
and,
like that.
and when you get the 3 nights, you may decide, because you're getting such fabulous treatment, you may want to say, I can stay, I can pay to stay 4 more nights.
Yeah.
You never know.
That make plenty sense.
Yeah.
That make plenty sense. So Rollers is going to give me, for a couple, so you need a pair of soft hands to win this. That's the ultimate qualifier, right? You can't come by yourself. So they're saying for you to do a soul searching. Don't come down here to go practice your feng shui. No, we will make sure you're a couple. Bring a couple. It'll be you, your pair of soft hands, because everybody need a pair of soft hands, and you all are going to be given a weekend stay at the Rollers Resort, and they could pay 1/2 of the trip for you all, for one person to come. You can't beat
That's
that.
the leg in.
Yeah, so let me tell you how you sell it. I talking to you, homeboy. You say, honey, you ain't gonna believe this. I was thinking about how hard you just work all the time, and every time I see you, you look like you're stressed out, and you're such a good mother to these children. Give the children to your mommy, because children belong with their grandparents, right? And she can say, well, where you taking me? And you say, it's a secret. And then one day, when you go into work, after you then talk to Miss Roll, after you then talk to Freedom March, tell Miss Roll, I come in down there, and you rest the ticket for the one way on the drawer. Because Miss Roll, them can pay one leg of the ticket anyhow. And she say, I see a ticket there, but it say going to Kid Island, and it ain't say when we coming back. And you say, I know when I won't come back. But that's only because you know the next half of your ticket done pay for when you reach. I trying to help you out, lover. And then you come down here, you lay off on this beach. Spiritual advisors say you all can make baby. I know. Something about this beach is make you make baby, spiritual advisors say. And then guess what? You come and you spend the 2 nights. The rolls pay for one leg, the 3 nights. The rolls pay for one leg back. So you ahead one leg. You see how you winning? And as far as soft hands know, she have the best man God ever blow a breath of air in. And here's the part you miss. We ain't never got to tell her we ain't pay for the rum. Far as she concerned, it's God, Jesus, then you. And you's the best man with skin she ever meet. I trying to help you out. All right? So we could think about how to make them win. We could think about that. And we're going to give someone a wonderful opportunity to come down here and to experience that. Courtesy of the Rose at the Rolairs Resort. Here's the question I asked on my way in here, though. I note that when you get in, there's like a little left turn. And then it appears as though the whole thing is just like a trail of like walking beach. But I noticed that there's, maybe it's my mind, it's like a stagger of color. How did you pick the scheme? How did you decide where the yellow building would go and where the green one would go, and we're going to put the blue one at the back? And how did your mind conceptualize that?
We built in stages, and we love color.
Okay.
You remember when you were growing up? What color were the houses?
Now, I only start growing up in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Well, anybody that goes back to my age, we always know that there were dots of colorful houses all over your neighborhood.
Okay.
Everybody didn't paint their house beige. It was yellow, it was
white
green,
and
it was
red.
purple, white. When tourists think about the Bahamas, I love colors.
Right.
When tourists think about the Bahamas, believe it or not, you know the first thing they tell us when they come? This is what I pictured.
Right.
The Bahamas. And it didn't just happen. It's because you have to have a love for color.
But that's exactly what I thought. When I saw it, like on my way in here, the first thing I thought was, wow, this looks like a painting. That's exactly what I thought. I said, this actually, you know, so, you know, sometimes you see pieces of art. And I tell people, no art is non-existing. Art, whatever you see on a painting came from somewhere, right? So you may not know where this building is, but someone somewhere saw this building, and while they may not have done an identical rendition, the concept that they are painting is from a building they've seen. They're not painting from an abstract. But this almost looks just like that. This looks like you can walk past the Rolairs Resort in a craft show or an art show and say, wow, this is a wonderful painting. But then you get there and you touch the wall and you say, well, Jesus, this ain't no painting. This is an actual place. And this is, it's picturesque. That's the word. It's
well, I say
picturesque.
thank you. I love the way you put that.
Yeah. But is this place real?
Yes, thank you. We
it's
try
fantastic.
really, really hard.
Yeah. So, okay. So
Thank you, Lord.
Thank the Lord. What are some of the normal amenities here at the Rolairs Resort? Why people should want to, because all by far. All by far. Why people won't come far like this?
The first thing you would want to come for, tranquility, peace, relaxation, and excellent treatment. If you want to be treated like a king or queen,
Yes.
if you want to be pampered, you're pampered. If you don't want to be pampered, we keep our distance. Good food.
The food good?
Yes.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Good company, great company. Well, of course, the wonderful beach. You have the mangroves where you can do your catch and release. We have quite a lot of people that come for bone fishing.
Wow.
And they do their catch and release. Then another reason you would want to come to Rolairs is our new pickleboard court that's about to be painted.
Wow.
And so that gives you some interaction. That's just a few of the things, and then you have to come because I am
'cause I
going
wonder-
to be
I
here.
wonder when we was
And
to talk about you.
Yeah, I am going to be here, and I am going to be one of your best dreams because I am going to make you feel as if you are more than you ever thought you were,
Yeah.
because we are going to give that type of treatment to you.
Wow. And I want to say that this is the young people that say no capping. You ever hear them say that? This ain't no cap, young people. She ain't lying. This is the truth. I came here and I have a pretty decent working knowledge of Kid Island. So I say, listen, I know where the sign is. Tell me how you actually get to the hotel. So they say, well, if you know where the sign is, you know where the hotel is. Because the sign right on the hotel corner. I says, okay, well, let's see. So I drive here. My spiritual advisor, I don't know, sometimes the spirit don't always talk with him, right? So we turn and he said, boy, this ain't look like the right road. So I said, spiritual advisor, you ever been here before? No. Well, how you know what the right road look like? So, praise the Lord, my producer. The producer doesn't give me any. The one thing I think about my producer is if I told him that I'm going to drive our car up Como Hill, he would probably say, you know what, Levin, let's try it. That's a good idea, right? So he ain't saying nothing, but I noticed he's just looking out the window because, like I said, you got to drive past the mangroves to get here, right? I didn't tell any of them, but about 60 seconds into this drive, I say, I hope I get in the right way. Only to find that 65 seconds later, I was going the right way. I made the left turn. I got here, and then I didn't see anyone. And I said, well, I don't see nobody. But somebody sprinted across the yard and said, hold on. Let me go and get Miss Roll. I mean, and just the absolute most delightful, the English word I like or that I would use to describe you is effervescence. Just an absolute presence appeared, and she was jovial, and she was very lighthearted, and she was kind, but more importantly, she was genuinely nice. And she like cold air like me. She say, first of all, let's don't talk in that sun. Come here, let me blow some cold air on you all. And I say, this woman must be a saved woman, because how she know that the last thing I wanted to do was stand outside in this heat and talk? But she blew the cold air on us, and right away she started extending the hospitality. And from the minute I stepped on this property to this actual minute right here that I'm sitting here, I want to say that I have been many places in my life. Few places have I felt this level of hospitality, and I think everybody should come and experience that.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
So young people, she ain't capping. That's what the young people are saying.
And Kyle, get those cups for me.
I have to try to keep up with the young people language because
okay,
I only half young now, so
okay.
I just have to check in with them every now and again just to make sure they still accept me.
Okay, and it's probably very old-fashioned to say that's a vibe.
We're going to check the handbook and see. We're going to check the young people cool handbook and see if that's still in there. But again, like I said, it is such a pleasure to be here. I'm so happy that the Ministry of Tourism, in their wisdom, saw the need to have the gems of Kid Island portrayed all week long. We're going to be here. We were over at Ezra Russell in Fountain Bay yesterday. We're here today. The plan is Curly's tomorrow. I will tell you something. Spiritual advisors say he think Curly's have a nice beach. I tell him Curly's might have a nice beach, but you see that beach by Rollers? That's almost 5 miles of beach. You can't beat that.
Yeah, it is 5.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
And so he has agreed that you all beat them by arm's length.
Yes. It was, several times it's been voted amongst the 10 top beaches in the Caribbean.
Wow. And I completely agree with that. So we're in the final minutes of the show. I want you to tell people how do they get in contact with the Rollers property, if you have social media handles, if you have phone contacts, exactly if I wanted to come here and I wasn't winning the 3-night stay. If I wasn't winning the 3-night stay with the half-free leg of the ticket, Love I and tell you how to get soft hands in the bag. You just tell her, baby, up, and we have gifts. That's fantastic. You tell her, baby, that's the ticket. You make sure only buy the one-way ticket. Because women have to ask questions. They can't help themselves. So she can say, well, look, I'm this, baby, you buy a one-way ticket. You say, right now, how are you feeling? Anything is possible. And you bring it on here and you have your free 3 nights. And then you carry her back 3 days later and you ain't never got to tell her you ain't pay for the hotel. Right? But if that's not happening to you, how do you get to the Rolairs property? We've got about a minute.
You can get to us through Bahamago. You can get to us through Booking.com, Expedia, TripAdvisor. You can go on our website, www.rollez.com, or you can get our telephone, 525-4588, or 557-0005. Any of those ways, you can get us, and we would be more than happy to welcome you to Cat Island, to Rolairs. Cat Island is a beautiful place, God's land. Come and visit, lots to do. Beautiful people.
Yeah.
We need you here.
Cat Island is beautiful, and Rolairs Resorts is beautiful. So don't miss it. Anyway, I hear the jingle. That's my time. We got to get out of here. Come to Rolairs. The people in that other thing say you should be here. I want to know why you ain't here. That's what I want to ask you. It's been Freedom March. I'm Leland Miller. We're on 103.5 The Beat FM. That's the show. We'll see you again tomorrow right here, Cat Island.